We have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. This is your Week 7 2023 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the Los Angeles Rams. They're coming off a very good win last week over the Arizona Cardinals, where they won 26-9, but it came with a few casualties. Their running back room is decimated. Kyren Williams had a good week last week with 20 carries and 158 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Problem is, he got hurt in that game. He suffered a sprained ankle. And then you also had your backup running back in that game as well, and Ronnie Rivers also get hurt as well with a PCL injury. So both of these guys are expected to miss this game. So they called up Royce Freeman, but you still have Zach Evans, who got some carries last week and did some good things on the field. He had 4 carries for 10 yards. He looked okay in the backfield, but that's going to be something to pay attention to in this game. Usually the Rams like to run the football, work off play action, and get the football to guys like Cooper Kupp. And speaking of Cooper Kupp, ever since he stepped back on the field for the last couple of weeks, he's been phenomenal. He went back into being one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Last week, he had 7 catches for 148 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. Get him going early in this game. Now, the biggest key to victory with the Rams to win the line of scrimmage and to take the pressure off Matthew Stafford. When the Rams offensive line can give Matthew Stafford a lot of time, he is a very good quarterback. It's just in certain games this season when they can't give him enough time, they get exposed, like how they got exposed against Cincinnati Bengals and how they got exposed against San Francisco 49ers. They have to do a better job protecting them up front. And I understand the 49ers didn't generate many sacks in that game, but they were getting to Matthew Stafford at a high rate. The offense line has to come up against TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith for them to stand a chance to win this game. But get the ball to your key playmakers in Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. You may look at Cooper Kupp numbers from last week and say Puka Nacua is now a non-factor in his offense. That's not the case. He had 7 targets last week, 4 catches for 26 yards, and he dropped a touchdown as well. He has to make the most of his opportunities, but he's also been a very awesome wide receiver for Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay to have. So I expect for both of these guys to go off in this game because the Steelers secondary is questionable at times. Now, let's talk about the defense of the Los Angeles Rams. Go out there, stop the run, and put pressure on Kenny Pickett. It's pretty much that simple, and make him read the defense. You don't have to go out there and run fancy blitzes or do those things to get pressure up front. This is the Steelers' offensive line. The last time we saw them a couple weeks ago before the bye week, they were having a tough time protecting Kenny Pickett up front. You have very good defensive linemen in Aaron Donald, who is one of the best defensive players in football. And you also have Byron Young as well, who has 3 sacks in the season and 1 forced fumble. He has been one of the best pass rushers in the NFL when it comes to just getting pressure on the quarterback. So expect for him to have a big game as well. And as far as guys in the secondary, keep very close attention on George Pickens and take away the first option of Kenny Pickett, and you can be in a very good situation. Put pressure on Kenny Pickett, make him read the defense, and take the run game away, and you can be in for something. It's really going to come down to can the Los Angeles Rams dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. Now let's talk about the Steelers. They're coming off a bye week, a much-needed bye week for this team. But right before that, they beat the Baltimore Ravens in weird fashion. Their special teams and defense carried the way. Yes, Kenny Pickett got a late touchdown to George Pickens in that game, but for the entire game, up to that point, the offense was anemic, like how it has always been so far this season, with a special outlier against the Las Vegas Raiders. You have to come out and try to match the intensity of the Los Angeles Rams. You have to run the football better. Broderick Jones should be the starting tackle in this game, even though Dan Moore Jr. is questionable, and James Daniels is questionable as well, but he's on pace to play in this game. It's going to come down to can the offensive line protect Kenny Pickett, and can he read the defense, get the ball to guys like George Pickens. Now, Pat Freiermuth is questionable for this game. Hopefully he can play in this game because that's a big target that they can go to in this game as well. But get the ball to George Pickens. Deontay Johnson is still questionable for this game. He hasn't played the game since week 1 while he's been dealing with that hamstring injury against San Francisco 49ers. But that would be an excellent option to have if he can't play in this game. He's a guy you can dump the ball down to, and he can get an extra 3 to 4 yards in space because he's so good at making moves in space. And you also have a good speed receiver in Calvin Austin III as well. So it's not all doom and gloom for this offense, but Matt Canada is going to be the deciding factor for this offense as he is the offensive play caller, and they're going to retain him for the rest of the season. Now, defensively, It's pretty easy. Like I said early in the video, you have TJ Watt, you have Alex Highsmith. TJ Watt, to me, is the best defensive player in the NFL. Go out there and get to Matthew Stafford. He is dealing with a hurt finger, but he is expected to play in this game. He has 8 sacks in the season, 2 forced fumbles. And you also have Alex Highsmith as well. Alex Highsmith is a tricky one. He's a guy they like to put back in coverage and also put his hand in the dirt as well. He has 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles on the season, and 1 interception. These are 2 game records. You have to go out there, take the football away, and find ways to put a lot of pressure on Matthew Stafford and stop the run game of the Los Angeles Rams. The Steelers' defense has not been the same since Cameron Hayward's been out. They've been solid against the run, but certain teams are giving them a lot of problems. Go out there and stop the run. I'm looking at these linebackers too. Cole Holcomb needs to step up, and same with Landon Roberts as well. But pay attention to Larry Ogunjobi in this game. In the secondary, Patrick Peterson, Levi Wallace, you got to be in on your A game. You're going against 2 very good wide receivers. And to be completely honest here, I would like to see Joey Porter Jr. in this game, especially in red zone situations. We saw what he did against Odell Beckham. He got the interception in the red zone. He basically won them the game. He turned the tides of the game and gave the ball back to the Steelers. I'm expecting for him to have a big day as well, but I am worried overall about this secondary when it comes to taking care of guys like Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. It should be a big day for Mika Fitzpatrick as well if the defense can come out and ball. With that being said, if the offensive line can protect from Matthew Stafford, it's going to be hard for the Steelers to win this game. I don't have the confidence in Matt Canada or the offense, but the Steelers always find ways to win football games in the most weird ways. They are coming off a bye week. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams to win this game 23-17. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game, the Los Angeles Rams or the Pittsburgh Steelers? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, we want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.